Here. I'm here today to do my TBR for July. July's gonna be a bit of a crazy month. I am off, but I am going on two big trips. I'm going to Aruba on Saturday, and then I'm going to Disney and Universal at the end of the month. So I am gonna have a lot of travel time in my future. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a normal TBR, and then I'm gonna make a travel TBR because my travel TBR is a bunch of the books I'm just gonna leave in my luggage. And before I pack them for you all, I will show you guys what that travel TBR looks like because it's going to be a different TBR. Um, because those books are just a little bit easier to pack. I'm going to be in Aruba for like a week basically, so I really am going to plan on getting a lot of reading done. I'm not doing any excursions. I'm just having fun. I'm not even bringing my camera. I'm not bringing my computer. But because last month was so stressful with all the games, I'm just taking a break from my game and I also just went to ALA, so I want to get a lot of those books read. I also don't even have most of them. Most of them are behind me, but I have more boxes coming, so. But I am still doing my yearly TBR. I'm just going to take a break this month and just relax because I've been like reading so much for other challenges. I just need a little bit of a break. I actually am going to spend today finishing a majority of the challenges. For Margaret's game, but everything else I'm just not going to finish, and I'm just going to take a reward and use to get whatever it is. But I'm really excited for summer. Summer is my favorite season, especially because I have a lot of time off. We also got a new puppy. I'm excited to spend a lot of time with her. I haven't chose my nonfiction book yet. I'm probably going to do that when I come back from Aruba. I'll probably pick something and I'll probably listen to it on my bike rides. But I am reading like a nonfiction book physically. It might take me like all month, but it's called Reclaiming Your Unicorn Space, which is all about being creative and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for that. Bird book is over there. But the nonfiction book I talked about, I'm going to choose when I come back from Aruba. And then my sequel I want to focus on is This Wicked Fate by Caitlin Barron. I literally just got this from ALA. I got to meet her, and I loved the first book in the series. Like, it was a Secret Garden retelling. I really loved it. This cover is so pretty. So this is one that I am going to add to my immediate TBR, and hopefully it gets started. It's also not very, very long. So this will be a quick read, and it is a sequel. So, and then another book is for the fantasy that I'm going to read is Dust by Kara Swanson. This is like a Neverland retelling. It's from Enclave. My friend actually picked this up for me because she was there Friday and I wasn't. But this is, it's basically like a Peter Pan retelling. And I think her twin goes missing. You had me at twin, so I'm super excited for this one. So this will be the fantasy book that I'm hoping to focus on and at least get read. I do have a lot of fantasy books, but this is the one that I am super excited about. And I know that the sequel's coming out soon, so if I like this, I might reach out and see if they will consider giving me an ER. We'll see. But I am excited for this. And then I read some different adult novels last month. So I still have The Bone Shard's Daughter on my TBR, which is massive. This might be a good book to bring on a plane because it is really, really big. I don't know. I might bring this to Aruba. We'll see. But it is really, really massive. So I don't know. And then the other book is A Curse of Ash, which I started reading for one of the challenges and I put it down, but it is on my Kindle, so I might just take it to Aruba with me. Again, Aruba has a lot of books because I have a lot of time. But yeah, Bone Shard Daughter is a massive one, and Curse of Ash is a book that was I started reading it and I just didn't finish it. It was a little bit on the longer side. So yeah, that is my yearly TBR, the books I tried to read a couple of every month. But now let's move on to the other sections of my TBR. That I would love to read in the next month is Rivals by Catherine McGee, American Royals #3. I did actually read Inheritance, the prequel novella. I think I read it in May, so just to sort of refresh my memory. And this involves Samantha going on a tour. And I think this has to do with like they're going on a tour and they sort of have an entanglement. But I think they're going on a tour in this book. And I think the main characters in this book is Princess Samantha, Beatrice, and Nana and Daphne. They both want to take down spoiled scheming Gabrielle and Madison. So I'm excited for this one. This one seems really, really fun, and it will probably be a quick read. I really loved American Royals, that whole series, and I'm excited we get to go back to that world. And then Four Aunties and a Wedding by J.C. Q. Satanto. I've had this book for a couple of months, but I'm hoping to get to it soon. I have had a mixed bag of the cozy mysteries I've been reading, but I'm really excited for this one. So hopefully I get to it. I also just got back from ALA, so here are a couple of arcs that I got from ALA. Most of these don't come out until 2023, so I'll tell you those first, but I'm really excited for them. This is Live Your Best Lie by Jesse Weaver. This is a mystery thriller. Yeah, so this one's another mystery thriller, and so is Three Drops of Blood, but this has to do with the entertainment industry. So I'm super excited for this one. I just read her other book and I really, really liked it. But this one has to do with like a theater environment, and I'm a theater teacher. And this one has to do with influencer culture, but they both come out in 2023. So I'll have some time, but I love to read thrillers in the summer because I tend to get through them pretty quickly. So these two. And then one of my most highly anticipated books was Some Bear Trials by Aidan Thomas. Macmillan was having a lot of publishing issues this year, so I only got like a couple of books from them, and this is the only YA book I got, so I really would love to read this and share my thoughts about it because I'm super excited for this one. And I also picked up Margie Persis Windswept. This comes out in September, but it's just about a girl and her friends who must save the children of the world. So I'm really excited for this one as well. But probably my most highly anticipated in this whole stack is Some Bear Trials. So hopefully I'll get around to that and I'll give you guys my thoughts most likely when I come back Aruba, because I don't want to ruin that and take that to Aruba with me. But that is my ALA and my sequels part of my TBR. Now let's get to the contemporaries. I read three genres or types of books in the summer. I tend to read thrillers, I tend to read contemporaries, and a little bit of middle grade, and some really, really light fantasy. So sort of going off of that, here are some older books from like my older days, like that I've had on my TBR for a while, that are thriller themed. Nearly Gone by Elle Casamato. It's the same author that is writing the Philly Donovan series, but this has to do with a girl who she can taste your emotions when she brushes against someone's skin, and she sort of gets involved in a serial killer case. So this one's really exciting. And then Grown by Tiffany Jackson has to do with the sort of loosely inspired by the R. Kelly situation. Legendary R.B. artist Corey Field spots Enchanted Jones, and in addition, her dreams of being a famous singer take flight when Enchanted wakes up with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night. Who killed Corey Fields? And I'm really excited for this one. It's really, really short, and I hope I like it. I haven't read anything by Tiffany D. Jackson that I can remember. And then Revere by Ryan LaSala is sort of was pitched to me as like Inception for the YA set, and I've wanted to read this for so long, so hopefully I get around to it. I also have his like other book. It's more about like cosplay. So if I like this, I will probably move on. But he began to comprehend his final words before I'll find you. It wasn't a threat, it was a warning. I promise. She'd known. This was Rivera. So very excited. So these are the thrillers that I have my eye on. And now let's get into the contemporaries, which is going to be a big part of this TBR. I'm also not going to talk about the e-arcs I'm going to read and the audiobooks because I honestly don't know. I just put a bunch, but I'm going to just take my Kindle with me to Aruba, and hopefully I will like have some time to read. But I'm also going to bring physical books because I know if you're reading on a beach, reading on your Kindle is really, really hard. So I'm going to bring physical books, but I am also going to bring my Kindle and download a lot of my arcs. So that is the plan. I'm going to do that tomorrow as well. So, but just know that audiobooks will be happening. I have a lot of audiobooks and I'm going to be traveling a lot, so I probably will listen to it. When I'm actually traveling, I don't like to listen to audiobooks. I prefer to listen to podcasts because I'm not as distracted by it, but I do want to listen to more audiobooks this summer. So on to the next clip where I talk about the contemporaries that I'm going to read. So I have one book on this TBR that's not new, and that is So I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu. And this is about a girl that uses the lessons she learns in K-dramas to sort of land her man. Sounds really, really cute. And I have read other books by Maureen Gu and really enjoyed it. So this one is why it's on my TBR. Also, Everyone and Their Mother has been talking about Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I really want to read one. I am a book lover. I might save this to read this on my birthday because it's Book Lovers Day. We'll see. But I would like to read this as well. But this is about a girl, and she's like in New York City, but she has to go with her sister to this small town, and she winds up connecting with a literary agent, and it sounds really, really fun. I've heard really good things. I have all of them, So if I like this, I might binge read the other ones later in the month or later in the summer. And then See You Yesterday is a groundhog retelling, which follows Barrett, and she just kind of like keeps like reliving this day, and this young man who she gets into a fight with in one of her college classes is sort of reliving the day with her. So I'm really excited for this one. It sounds cute. Always Jane by Jen Bennett. This is the newest one. It has to do with a chauffeur-daughter romance. There's a love triangle. I sometimes struggle with love triangles, but there's a puppy on the cover. I'm intrigued. I'll read it. And another road trip book is Places We've Never Been by Casey West. This is also another second chance romance, which if you know anything about me, that is my genre of choice. I love second chance romances. I love Friends to More. Yeah, I'm really excited for my TBR this month. It should be fun. I'm also really excited for my trip. So I'm going to post my Aruba TBR probably tomorrow when I'm in the middle of packing, because that's going to be a different TBR. These books are probably not going to leave. And I'm also in the middle of reading Winston Chu and the Whimsies by Stacey Lee. I'm about 176 pages into this, and this one I'll probably tack on to this review next month or my July wrap up, even though I am probably going to finish it today. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know in the comments what is one book you're super excited to read. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.